And we are live. Hello, everyone. We are live. This is the Friday night stream that I do, and we're going to talk about a variety of different topics. And I hope all of you are having had an amazing week, and we will do the game and the different things that we do in the stream. And now I'm about to go to the other window, and then I'll start the game. Okay? Alright, so hello everybody. And hello Amanda. Nice to see you. She says, "Hey alien. I hope you are having a fantastic day. See you soon," with some nice emojis. And hello Amanda. I had a lovely day and I was working on a variety of different things with the internet and stuff. That something happened earlier and I went over to next door and I went and did my thing to fix the stuff. And also, which was a separate issue from last night, but could have been in conjunction with what happened. And also, I was looking at my garden today and I fed the cats. So everything is going great, and thank you for commenting and participating. And I'm going to put something in the chat. So, as I said, we're going to talk about some of the alien news. For all of you watching and all those watching the rerun, I am glad that y'all are here and doing different things. And here we go. So, now I'm going to get into the game part in a moment. I'm going to put that up on the screen. Alright. Here I go with the game part. Okay, so here we go. The game's about to launch, and we have some interesting news with the aliens. We have some interesting news with the variety of different things in the news in general, and with the aliens, and look at some of the paranormal stuff again. And now I'm going to be switching the stream to the game. Over this way. Alright, it's right on the screen ready for us to rock and roll. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, this is like from yesterday. We were in Cuba. And I was talking yesterday about the cypress trees, and which I'll talk about again, some more additional things to that and to the things I talked about the other day. See, that's the moss. And before I go into the topics, I play a game. For those that are watching or passing through, I play a game as we have our guests come through. Okay, here we go. Alright. So, yeah, that looks so cool with the cypress trees in the woodlands. Yeah, so today I fed the outside cats and I was in the garden and I was looking at the different things in the garden. It was, the different beets and things I'm growing. It's nice. And it looks like all the plants are fine. It looks like one of the cats may have hopped on one of the little plants or something, and it's doing okay, but it needed some extra water for that because it had some shock or something. I'm not blaming them, but I wonder if they could have walked around that area. But everything's going good with the the plants. It was just one beet, but the beet plant is doing fine. All right, yeah. So that's the moon. That's the moon. And I hope everybody's watching had a good day, had a nice week, and hopefully has a good weekend. And today when I went over there to my grandparents, it was funny. And I didn't know that that had to be repaired exactly. And I think I'll repair it. We'll go on the ship and repair it. That would be better that way. And yeah, so basically we have the Bloody Bayou. That's pretty cool. And you have the moon. And this is the Galilean, like the ship the Spanish had as they went over there. Yeah, so basically I'm going to go over now and repair my own ship in the game. So in the game I go and repair my own thing over here. Yeah, so grandparents are funny, and I helped my grandma today, and that went well. And I helped them out with help all of us out with the internet thing. And I reconnected the adapter and got the password for the other Wi-Fi system. Although, of course, this was something very early this morning that occurred. And here I go, and I'm cutting a piece of wood. Cutting the wood. And also with the news, I have this situation where, well, the alien news. See, with the alien news, they're now saying like the government doesn't want people to know about it, and now they're making news reports about that now. And it's understandable that the government doesn't want people to know what's going on with the aliens, but now it's being exposed because they weren't able to hide it for too much longer. Hello, Mary. Glad to see you in chat. I'm going to get to your question in a moment. It was very funny. After I take care of this ship. Alright. Let's see. I was just reflecting earlier about the Johnny Depp trial. The one I saw it live, and I thought that was it was a comedy. It really was, and I completely enjoyed seeing that and met a lot of the cool people there. And here I go. I'm clogging up the holes in the ship. We talked about what ships are made, oak and Cyrus. I think that was the word, or I'm thinking of something else. No, it's not Cyrus. Cyrus isn't wood, I don't think. It's cedar and oak. All right. Hello, Mary. It's 11:07 p.m. Central. Do you know where your aliens are? I'm looking out for something, but I'm still here. Oh, hello, Mary. My aliens, they are doing different things, and the ones that are usually on the stream, they come in later. That's also one of the reasons why I like to go and do my thing with the ship. I was talking to somebody in the game chat. Yeah, but so the aliens, yeah, there's not everybody's here yet. It's kind of early. It happens with streams that sometimes people aren't always available right at when you go live. Like, I remember when some other people went live, some of the Christian people I would watch, they would go live and they would wait a little while before they start the topics because not everybody would be there. So that's the same thing that I'm doing here. I wait a little bit for the different people to come through. And yeah, so in the game, I have a friend in the game, and we are fighting the different ships. And yeah, so I'm glad you're here, Mary. Thank you. You know, on YouTube or these games, I have a lot of reliable friends I'm blessed for. All right, we we got them good. All right, let's see. And we're about to get this other ship over here. All right, so she says I have chat on. She's just moving around the spaceship. Yeah. Yes, Johnny Depp trial was wild, and she says I'm here for the whole chat. She just participates in the first part she meant, and they would say where your kids are, and I say aliens instead. It's an old saying, and I think Bubbles is in the chair. I didn't know that was an old saying. Thanks for the joke. I like it. That was funny. Okay. Drink some water and getting some more ships. Looks like we're both after this ship right here. It looks like they're going to get it. Yep. Finger slippery. It's not good. For this kind of mouse. And they're asking me in the game if I was going slow or something, and it's like, and there we go, we got some more. And so they're asking me, like, am I stalling? Like, is it like lagging? The ship, and it's like I kind of go slow with the ship because I don't want to. I'm trying to be careful with it because I want to avoid as much damage as possible because I have a habit of so I'm back in like the 1700s right now, the 1700s, and I don't want to push the crew too hard. We'll open it up to allow guild and public. Bose is on the chair over there. Yeah, that's true. Whoa. It looks like the game just logged out by itself, chat. That sucks. I have to log back in it. Yeah, the game, I don't know what that means. That's a really cool picture. Like the snapshot for people that are watching or like want to watch it. That's something I'm going to have to go back and snapshot. That's a beautiful painting. But the game just crashed and I lost connection with the game. So it wasn't me. Sometimes the Pirates of the Caribbean, it goes offline or like it glitches. So I guess that's the glitching sign. But I'm about to take a picture of that. That's beautiful. And then move that out the way. Yeah, maybe it's the Flying Dutchman. Alright, we'll log back in. Let's see if this works. That is odd. That it didn't go and it just crashed like that. But that's a beautiful picture. I like it. I don't know what in the world that was about. I'm back in Cuba now. Okay. Glitch in the Matrix. You know, sometimes it does that. It gets overloaded and it screws up. Yeah, they kicked my dude offline too. They must have had too many people in the server and they must have booted everybody out. I've had a lot of treasure before and they just like boot everything out and I lost thousands of gold. Oh, thanks, Mary. Glad you did that. Yeah, I've lost thousands of gold coins because of that. Oh, yeah, Mary. We were talking about Cuba. And we enjoyed it. And like the cars and stuff. Yeah, so basically what happened was... Ooh, I got that one. Basically what happened was in the game is like when my guild, although they're not around anymore, like when the other computer like was out of service, it's like I stopped like, you know, playing the game and then they just kind of like vanished and like I didn't see them since like the pandemic, like right before the pandemic. I used to play this all the time. Now I'm playing it on YouTube with everybody. And he went back online trying to get to, I don't know, just, so yeah, this game gets buggy and it does stupid things. And also, it has done that, like when my guild, we were on one of the pirate ships that I was piloting, and it was a big one. She let me pilot her ship. And basically, what happened was, it we were doing stuff and it glitched and it kicked us out the game. I like how they had that cool pirate picture now when the thing glitches out. That's really nice. Before the game just closed down. Now it shows you a cool picture before it shuts down. They must have coded it to do that. Okay, so I'm talking to my friend in the game. He said that the Abyssa server we were on, it probably crashed. I probably, and I went right back to the Abyssa server. Yeah, so it kicked everybody out. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was telling y'all. So the server crashed, and that's why it did that. And look, it crashed again. Look at this. So the Abyssa server is still crashing. I'm glad this is on YouTube for everybody to see. And look at that. You know, this is called a glitch in the Matrix. I'm glad this is on YouTube. Everybody could see this. And I'm gonna go to my friend. You have on the screen. I have on the screen. I'm about to go to him, and he was wise not to go back to the. I'm back at the old server that crashed, and yeah, look, I'm swimming around, and yeah, so this is what it looks like when the thing crashes. Isn't that crazy? You have the sun, you have all these different things, and it's all crashing. Yeah, so wow, this is just. And you can see the ship. Let's go view of the ship. It's a big one. And this is Davy Jones' locker, everybody. That's what you're witnessing right now. Everybody got to witness Davy Jones' locker. So it obviously was the ghost ship. That's a good question, Mary. I don't know how prevalent the pirate stuff was back then. He based his things off like America from like the 30s and 40s and like before that. But like yeah, I think he would have definitely would have went he would have done a pirate themed thing if it was like in a modern pirate game. A modern TV show or YouTube thing. Now I'm gonna go. I'm leaving Davy Jones' locker, and if you look at the Pirates of the Caribbean movie when he was in the middle of nowhere with his ship just stranded there, you know that is basically like what you see. Like this is Davy Jones' locker from like the pirate movie. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do the pirate stuff. It says I'm in Bloody Bayou. That's funny. Well, my ship was out there the whole time in this other game. I've teleported into this other dimension. Wow. Oh, it saved all the cargo. Alright, so I'm back on the ship with the cargo I had before, and everything's restored. That's amazing. It's like it never happened. Wow. Well, I'm glad because before you used to lose everything. That's how it used to work. So I remember one time I was like going with the ship and the dude was getting like stressed out, and I was like, all right, I'll go in. And like one time I was looking for crew members to add to the crew, and I caused the ship to sink, and I knew I would do something like that would have happened. Yeah, shout out to Patrick Starr. Patrick Starr is cool people. Hello, Amanda. Glad that you're here. And earlier in the stream, I answered your question about my week, and also will tell you now that so my week was, of course, like I understand you watch the reruns, but I'll also say while you're here that I had a good I had a good day, and today I there is some kind of a horrible issue with there was a little internet crisis this morning, and I went over there next door and I went and fixed the problem, and then my grandpa was gave me the wrong password, and then I got the right password, and then I had to pair the two, the extender and the thing, and because and now here we are, and because it was something happened this morning where it wasn't working for anybody. I'm good with like tech stuff. Yeah, Patrick's hilarious. I like Patrick. All right, we got some nice royal treasure chests. That's good. Oh yeah, yeah, I understand, Amanda. Yeah, and also, the Queen Anne's Revenge is out and ready to roll, and also, which is a Blackbeard ship. I went and I blew up all my things, and I have no cannon left. Wow. And also, my grandpa has some kind of a gizmo thing from State Farm, and about tells you like when the a house has like some bad plugs or something, and but the thing is, it's like he thought it was blinking and it was a bad thing, but I'm like, it doesn't necessarily mean that, and it's like I don't always believe these things are what they say they are, and then I went in there and I did the thing, and I was about to go and like do it. I didn't have the right password, so it wouldn't have worked. But as I was like pairing the devices together, so it's kind of like a Bluetooth situation, and then he like went and unplugged it, but that was fine. It's good. It's nice to reset things, but a double check. But I was like, come on, it was kind of funny. And so basically, what happened was I got that done, and it was all good, and I'm glad I got the thing like done correctly because I don't something because I'm looking at I'm glad that I'm satisfied with the situation. Oh, it got us. All right, so I'm gonna use that side. Okay. And I gotta be careful that I don't cause horrible damage to this thing. Yeah. Because like with the my friend that comes on the ship with me, like he will tell me about how like I was going a little bit too like fast for him to repair it, and I was just kind of like, so that's what I would have done in the game. Like I don't want to I sometimes overwork him. And Amanda, he already unplugged it one time. That's the thing. He already unplugged it. It's good he did that. It's good he did it a second time. It was kind of funny. Like after my thing was success, it was like they already did that thing you speak of, and then when they did that, they did it again, and oh, looks like we got some people coming up in here. All right, good, we got them. So we gotta be careful, 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 careful. Okay, good. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, going this way. Okay, we have 3 people on board. And if I kind of distance from y'all, I'm not trying to ignore y'all. It's just I'm in a little bit of a situation. All right, so we're gonna go back this way and be very careful here, because they could have some type of a gun where it could blow up the whole ship, and I lose everything. I have 3 people in the game. All right, so that's out of the range. Okay. Yeah, and also, Amanda, I hope you're having a good day, and I hope Ava and Apple are doing good too. She says, well, maybe he thought he didn't leave it unplugged for long enough, like someone we both know has done before. And also, it's not bad what he did. It was just kind of unexpected. Alright, and now we're gonna go and turn around and get that. Ooh. Okay. It'll be alright. And the rockets. Hello, SC. Glad that you're here. Nice. Nice. Good job, crew. That's funny, Amanda. I'm doing okay, SE. We're getting them left and right. And yeah, we're gonna get all these ships. And she says Ava is napping after her bath. Apple got bathed today, and she had to return her griller treat, and one of the bottom were covered in mold. Oh wow, so disgusting. It was brand new back too. Yeah, Amanda, that's happened before with me, with different things of mold and stuff. Hello, Jacob. Yeah, there's definitely a war going on. You're right. Yeah, that's a full day. Yeah, she's multitasking. Everybody's multitasking, including me. SE, thank you for coming through. Okay, we gotta watch out. I don't want to go too harsh. Ooh. Okay, they're getting us from behind again. We can't have that now. We're gonna go and blow them up. Yeah, we're losing the ship. I'm gonna go and steam ahead. Alright, so this is so I could reduce casualties from everything. I don't want them to lose their loot. So that's why I went out and I'm repairing the ship right now. And I docked because I didn't want them all to lose the loot like I've done before. I didn't stall or anything. I was close to an island and I did the right thing to help restore the ship. I think we're all repairing the ship now. Yeah, we're all working on it. Now that's teamwork. Yeah, they're telling me I must be short on gold, but it's like I'm just real cheap. It's a good way to save money. I got her. So this is what I did in the game. Rather than going and paying to get the ship like fixed, I got the crew to go fix it, and he said he's just like me. He said I must be short on gold. I'm just so cheap, and he said he's just like me. So I'm like talking to y'all, and I'm also in a game. And now I'm gonna go and yeah, Jacob, exactly. Pirate time's always good. Yeah, I get even like in real life or in the game, I get kind of cheap. It seems. All right, now I'm gonna go over here and sink this other ship. Now I'm flipping over this way so I could go and hit the ship. Thanks, Jacob. Glad you like the ship. do a really hard turn. Yeah, and Jacob, this is the ship like the Spanish had like when they're discovering America and stuff. And I could fact check myself on that one. And okay, good. That missed. Oh, so this is how it works. In the game, I'm piloting the ship, and you can get different crews. So, like, since I am piloting the ship, and it's difficult for me to go and get people on the crew, my friend created a crew, and, like, we're both going out and, like, so I'm piloting the ship, and he has, like, he created the crew part, so I don't have to do that. But so basically, what we're doing is that they're gonna probably try to follow me. Let's see. All right, so this is a perfect ship to hit. It's all like isolated and by itself. Very careful. There you go. Reducing the casualties. So I think yeah, we're all equal, but people, say somebody could be kicked out of a crew hypothetically, things like that. But it's equal. Right now, like I'm the like captain of my own ship, but like the guy is technically the captain of the crew. There we go. Oh no, no. Everybody, it's kind of like the same dimensions that exist, like on the spaceship, exist in the game. We don't want one of these two front battles. Try to avoid that. Trying to confuse the enemies. Yeah, this is how you use strategy and tactics. My ship hardly has any damage because I'm really using these different tactics now to reduce the ship's damage. Hello, DJ. Thanks for coming through. Glad to see you again. All right, see, I'm doing good. There's a horrible Wi-Fi crisis earlier, earlier today, and I went over and next door and fixed it. And SC, I hope you had a good day. And I saw my garden. I helped my grandma with some stuff. And had a good time with the cats. Yeah, yeah. I had to fix different things with the. Yeah, there was a horrible connection. Or no one had Wi-Fi this morning over here. Yeah, they're nicknaming me Relentless like my ship. You see, this is how you do it. And you see how in this game I'm causing these other ships to follow me, and I follow them out, and they're gonna follow me, and they're gonna be trapped because they don't have all their gay of navy friends to try to help them in the game, so they just get destroyed. See how that one's all by itself, and I'm about to go and snatch this barracuda. Silly. Thank you. Oh, I completely. All right. You see, with like I learned things some Art of War and stuff. See, that's how you do it. You divide and conquer. You have to put the enemy in predictable patterns of response and put them in a moment for they cannot anticipate. Facts. All right. And also we see we drift out a little bit, and now I'm going back in. That's funny. That's funny. And yeah, so that's basically what do in the game. I set them into these different responses. And you see when you hit a ship and they want to follow you, and then they're just following you into the middle of nowhere, and then you strike them. And it's yeah. So that is basically what we do with that in the game. I set these things into different responses, and here we go, leveling up. Looks like that ship's still barely there and it sunk. Then I go and hit this other ship. Now I'm about to go and hit this other one. Right here. It's going to give some comfort. Alright. So now is up to separating these different ships and dividing it from a distance. Alright, we're getting both of these ships now. And now we're going up here and I'm about to get and hit this other ship. Yeah, better than the ironclad, lol. Alright. Yeah, because before what I was doing, I was going right into the heart, and it's like basically say like the ancient Chinese warfare. It's like you you could be a blind bravery will cause one to fight like a mad bull, and he goes into an ambush and he gets slain. You get messed up. Like before, when I go into it just completely, I just completely go into it. Here we go, bounty hunter, and here we're gonna go this way. We'll lead it right into the middle of nowhere. He thinks he's smart, right? And I'm gonna go bring him out in the middle of nowhere and mess him up with my squad, with my gang, with my pirates, with my with squad, with fam. See, in the middle of nowhere where there's hardly anything. That's the best place to do it. All right, and then we go over here, right in open water. I missed it. All right, let's see. Nice. He's getting pulverized now. And Then you have... You see, that's how you do it. You see, I attain no damage. You see, there's coming at me. There's coming out here. The square up. And they're all going to get destroyed because they don't have the other ships to help them. They're retarded. Oops. Ooh, okay. Now we're going to go a little bit out here. See, that one, I didn't position myself completely. I keep on outrunning it, and then we're going to repair it, and then go back and hit him. Yeah, he says, ow. And now I am running this way. And alright. Let's do this again. See, that kind of fire it has. You know, that's a really interesting fire. Alright. Yeah, and then we're going to go like this. And it didn't really do what I thought it would do. See, are they going to... Yeah, they're doing something. Okay, good. Alright, that's good. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to go sail back to shore and dock. See, that's how you do it, everybody. Alright, so we docked. Alright. Alright, so basically what I did was I had this ship and I we got some bounty hunters. And you see what I did? I isolated the enemies and that's how we got them destroyed. I just didn't go into a whole clutter of ships and get destroyed. You know, and it was this time the reason why I went to the shore was because I was just ready to end it. I was ready to end the battle because we won. You see how I would hit a ship and they would follow me into the middle of nowhere and they would be sunk. Usually they would do better as a group. So I applied the Art of War tactics in that game. And this is the island where they have little critters and stuff. And my bro's still here. And let's see. All right, we got quite a bit of gold coins. All right. And shout out to my crew in the pirate game. Cheers to them. And this man's like, other ships. Yeah, the other ships, the soy ships. Yeah, and also, I'm very blessed to have the crew in the game, the crew in real life. I mean, it's the crew on the spaceship and on the pirate ship. All right. Okay. I'm going to launch it again, and soon I'll get into the topics and stuff that I talk about. And I like this little pirate thing before we launch it. All right. And I'm being like real cliche, and I'm just like fixing my own ship, and I'm not like gonna go and try to do stuff with like go and like pay to have it done. I'm like doing it myself. It's hysterical. And also, let's see. Yeah, you see, we're both working on it together. You see, that's teamwork. Facts. This man like has lightning speed, and I'm just like sitting here like doi. But I'm just getting. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to answer my friend's question in a moment. Oh, the ship treasure goes into the treasure chest. And also, so I'm gonna. They're wondering like what's like the crushing speed of the ship. I'm about to go out and like test it. Yeah, so we had some. Yeah, we had some really cool times out here with this ship. I'm glad that y'all. And here we go. I have this going on. Okay, so it's about 17 knots. Okay, now I'm gonna go and tell them. And him and I are like doing some testing with the ship. Like you'll see how fast it goes and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's like a car. All right, so here we go down here, out this way, and I'm about to test the other thing. Here I go. I'm going to go and all right, 13 knots. Yeah, I'm telling them the different knots. All right, and now I am going to. I'm still here, everybody. I was just talking to him in the game, and like the ship is not the fastest ship, but it has a good hull. It has a good hull. This is like the middle of the nowhere, right here. It looks like a painting. That's nice. Nice open water. Bring me to that horizon, as Jack Sparrow would say. That's nice sunshine. And also, you know, I was telling him in the game, the different ships have like the pros and cons. And also, this one has a really strong hull, and the other ones may not have the strongest hull. And this is just kind of like cruising around in the middle of nowhere. It's nice without the fighting and stuff. Nice sunshine down the Caribbean. And let's see, we're past Padres del Fugo. All right. Yeah, in the game they just said I'm the captain. So that's to answer Amanda's question. There you go. They even say I'm the captain. Hmm. Okay, so let's go over here. Now I'm gonna go and go to that ship out there. That's perfect. And that's it's like how the Titanic it sunk because there was nobody. And we have this cycle going on here. And okay. There we go. We got a pouch. And then I'm going to go through this and hit some ships out here, and we'll have the different people on the cruise. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ramming speed. All right, there we go. There's a bounty hunter. Interesting. They're getting that bounty hunter good up there. Probably going to sink him. And they're saying I'm definitely relentless. That they always say that because I call it the Relentless Titan, kind of like the Stockton Rush Titan or the Titanic, but I'm not. What's his name? Stockton Rush. Like I'm not gonna like. It's the opposite of that Titan. It's the opposite of that Titan. All right. Well, at the goats, I'm in the wrong. Yeah, I was in the wrong thing. That's why the controls weren't working. Okay. Here I go. Charge. we both hit him. Ah, of course. It's getting confused and it hit the wrong ship. All right. And we're going to go to this one up here. About to sink some ships. Yeah, that's perfect. It's in the middle of nowhere. You know, different like tactics and stuff like that is how you do it. There's probably two of them, I guess. It looks like one. I'm not too sure. It's a Flying Dutchman type ship. All right, there we go. There we go. Knock that stuff off. I'm keeping the ship at a safe distance so they're out of range, but we could hit them though. All right. Okay. And we sunk that one. And now I'm going to go over to this other one. Okay. Okay. Now I'm hitting these other ships. You see, like out in the middle of nowhere, where it doesn't really have a lot of stuff going on. All right, there we go. All right, there. And now we're gonna hit it some more. Here, let them have it. Yeah, and so I'm explaining to him that I can see the people better. Like when they're trying to hit me, I could dodge it quicker. And also, this thing's like a little tank. And Jacob says antennas are nice. Dad got one. Luckily, he's able to connect Wayne and South Bend, big in the middle. That's interesting. Yeah, because they have antennas like at Walmart and stuff that are pretty good for the TV, if that's what you're talking about. And that's interesting, Jacob. Thanks for sharing. All right. Yeah, and now I'm going to go and hit this other one. Alright, here we go. Turning around. Alright, and soon I'm going to get into the topic part where I talk about the different things in a moment. Soon. Alright, and then we're going. Alright, that's good. And it's done. And then you see in this game how we get the different ships and stuff. See, that one's all by itself, doesn't have all the other ones to help it. And here we go. Alright. So here we go. We have this. That thing's sinking now. Okay, here we go. Yes. And also now, I'm going to probably go to this island. Going to dock. Alright, yep. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's say alright, and Amanda says alien. Damn it. Next week I'll have to share your channel with a friend of mine from another live. I was just on his live earlier and wasn't thinking. I'll try to remember to give him your link next Friday. Well, thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate that. And I'll pin your comment. And we're about to get into the topics, everybody. We had a good time. We had a good time with this. And let's see the gold. Alright. Alright. I have ended the game. And now I'm about to go into the next part of our alien special. Alright. Google. And we're going to go to window. Alright. Google time. Google time. Let's see. I'm going to go and look at what I'm supposed to do here. Alright, so alien news, crop circles, nature, news, and gaming. Alright, so I'm going to go over the crop circle thing again. SC and I and Amanda and I talked about this last night. I'm about to go over that again, and then I'm going to go into the alien news and some of the other stuff. Facts, Mary. Okay. All right. Okay, chat. SE. We're here we go. Another time I'm going to cover this. A crop circle, crop formation, or corn circle is a pattern created by flattening crops, usually cereal. The term was first coined in the early 1980s by Colin Andrews. Crop circles have been described as a falling within the range of sort of thing done in hoaxes by Tanner Eddies, professor of physics, Truman State University. Although obscure natural cases or alien origins of crop circles are suggested by fringe theorists, there is no scientific evidence for such explanations, and crop circles are consistent with human causation. And y'all be very interested about this crop circles and how this works. We're going to jump right into this. The number of reports of crop circles has substantially increased since the 1970s. There has been a scant scientific study of them. Circles in the United Kingdom are not distributed randomly across the landscape, but appear near roads, areas of medium to dense population, and cultural heritage monuments such as Stonehenge or Avebury. In 1991, two hoaxes, Doug Brower and Dave Chorley, took credit for having credited many circles throughout England after one of their circles was described by an investigator as impossible for a human being to make. So some of these things were created by humans. Some of these things are created by the extraterrestrials. And the formations are usually created overnight, although some reported to have appeared during the day. In contrast, crop circles or crop formations, archaeological remains can cause crop marks in the fields in the shapes of circles and squares, but they do not appear overnight, and they are always in the same place every year. Nearly half of all crop circles found in the UK in 2003 were located within 15 kilometers radius of Avebury. So before 20th century, so the crop circles originate before you heard about it in our modern age. Crop circles go all the way back to 1678. A 1678 news pamphlet, The Mowing Devil or Strange News of Hertfordshire, is claimed by some crop circle devotees to be first depicted of a crop circle. Crop circle researcher Jim Schnabel does not consider it to be a historical precedent because it describes the stalks as being cut rather than bent. In 1686, an English naturalist, Robert Plot, reported on rings of arcs of mushrooms, see fairy rings. So you see these fairy rings. What happens with that is that you have these mushrooms that go into a ring form like you see in the screen, and they believe that fairies planted them to be like that, and it was done by some cryptid and wasn't done by itself. In the natural history of Staffordshire, and proposed an air flows from the sky as a cause, in 1991, meteorologist Terence Medine linked this report with modern crop circles. a claim that has been compared with those made by Erich von Däniken. An 1880 letter at the editor of Nature by amateur scientist John Rand Copran describes how several circles of flattened crops in a field were formed under the suspicious circumstances and possibly caused by synchronic wind action, stating as viewed from a distance circular spots, they all presented much of the same character, viz. A few standing stalks as a century, some as a center, some prostrate stalks with their heads arranged pretty evenly in a direction forming a circle, round in the center, and outside of the circular wall of the stalk which had not suffered. Hello, Stranded. Thanks for coming. We're talking about the crop circles. We just finished the pirate game. So, Stranded, we had some good times with the pirate game, and then what we did was we are now talking about the crop circles. And they started in 1678. The Mowing Devil. They found that a thing of the crop circle was kind of like was probably done by the devil. They believe at the time, which I believe is done by some kind of alien creature. And in 1686, the Ring of Mushrooms. And I understand, Stranded. I was just wondering about you, and thank you for coming by and telling us hello. So this is all before 20th century. An 1880 letter of the editor of Nature by amateur scientist John Rand Copran describes how several circles of flattened crops in a field were formed under the suspicious circumstances and possibly caused by a cyclonic wind action, stating as viewed from the distance circular spots. They all presented much of the same character, a few standing stalks as the center and some prostrate stalks with their heads arranged pretty evenly, direction forming a circle around the center, and outside there a circular wall of stalks which had not suffered. Hello, Stranded. Nice to see you. And hola, Latina. Thank you all for coming. And so, Stranded, I was supposed to have Peach come on a call on the stream and talk about the chickens, but she has a lot going on. So, and she never did it. So, basically, with the situation with the chickens, if I can recall correctly about what we were talking about, it was like, yes, they go, and maybe in another time period in the past, they put chemicals and stuff, or hormones in them, but now they don't do that anymore, and they have them inspected, and they don't do that anymore. Now, if there's something in their feed that these companies give the farmers to feed them, then maybe there is or isn't. But like besides the feed thing, I would say that they're not being pumped with hormones or whatever like you believed at a time. So that is the answer that Peach gave about the farms, because she does the commercial farming, and she knows a lot of farmers in that region. So hopefully at some point in a future Friday, she could come on and do it. She has a lot going on, so that's your answer to the question I think that we're talking about before. All right. So an 1880 letter, yeah. So it's an 1880 letter, 1886, and 1678. Those are the dates of the crop circle's origins. In 1932, the archaeologist E.C. Kerwin observed four dark rings in a field at Stogington, down Stogington, down near Chichester, but could examine only one circle, which the barley was launched or beaten down, while the interior area was very slightly mounted. That he considered was probably caused by an unknown metric body. In nearby wheat fields, there were several circular and epitical. I didn't pronounce that right. Epitical areas where the wheat had been flattened. There was evidence of spiral flattening. He thought they could be caused by air similar craters and said they were likely caused by lightning strikes. During the 1960s, there were many reports of UFO sightings and circular formations in swamp reeds and sugar cane fields in Tully, Queensland, Australia, and in Canada. For example, on 8 August 1967, three circles were found in a field in Duhamel, Alberta, Canada. The most famous case is 1966 Tully saucer nest, when a farmer said he witnessed a saucer-shaped craft rise or 30 to 40 feet from a swamp and then fly away. On investigating, he found nearly circular area 32 feet long by 52 feet wide where the grass was flattened in clockwise curves to water level within a circle from the mud. The local police officer, Royal Australian Air Force, and the University of Queensland concluded that it was most probably caused by natural causes like a down draught, a willy willy, dust devil, or water spout. In 1973, G.J. Ogers, director of Public Relations Department of Defense Air Office, wrote in the Journalist that the saucer was probably debris lifted by the causing willy willy. Drink some water. All right. And so that explains the situation. Natural causes shortly said they started creating crop circles in British cornfields in 1978, inspired by the Tully saucer nest case. The first film to depict a geometric crop circle in the case created by super intelligent ants in the 1974 science fiction film Phase 4. The film has been cited as a possible inspiration or influence the pranksters who started the phenomenon. Alright, Stranded says these guys said they did the crop circles as a hoax, but the wheat and the circles didn't have damage when these guys demonstrate how they made them. The wheat stalks was damaged. That's a good point, Stranded. Thank you for pointing that out. Now, I do believe a lot of these things are created by aliens, and they're saying, like, as we were reading yesterday, how some of them were, like, they made up and some are not. But remember, the government doesn't want people to know about aliens. Like, some of the things I'll cover after this is how the government's, they don't want people knowing about the alien stuff. And SC and I were talking about it yesterday, and how the scientists are going to do different things to go with what the government wants them to say, in my opinion. Since the 1960s, there has been a surge of UFOologists in Wiltshire, and there were rumors of saucer nests appearing in the area, but they were never photographed. There are other pre-1970s reports of the circular formations, especially in Australia and Canada, but they were always simple circles, which could have been caused by whirlwinds. 14 times, David Wood reported that in 1940 he had already made crop circles near Gloucestershire using ropes. In 1997, Oxford English Dictionary recorded the earliest usage of the term crop circles. In 1988, issue of the Journal of Meteorology referred to the BBC film. The coining of the term crop circles is attributed to Colin Andrews in the late 1970s and early 1980s. The majority of reports of crop circles have appeared and spread since the late 1970s, as many circles began appearing throughout the English countryside. This phenomenon became widely known in the late 1980s after the media started to report crop circles in Hampshire, in Wiltshire, after Brouwer's and Chorley's 1991 statement that they were responsible for many of them. Circles started appearing all over the world. To date, approximately 10,000 crop circles have been reported internationally from the locations such as the former Soviet Union, Japan, US, and Canada. Skeptics note that correlations between crop circles, recent media coverage, and the absence of fencing or anti-trespassing legislation. Although farmers express concern at damage caused to their crop circles, local response to the appearance of crop circles was an often enthusiastic, with locals taking the advantage of increase of tourism. Crop circle researchers and individuals seeking spiritual experiences. The market for the circle interests consequently generated bus or helicopter tours of circle sites, walking tours, t-shirts, and book sales. Although farmers expressed concern at the damage caused by their crops, local response of the appearance of the crop circles was often enthusiastic, with locals taking advantage of the increase of tourism and visits from scientists, crop circle researchers, and individuals seeking spiritual experiences. They're talking about people that are in the occult and things like that. The market of crop circle interest consequently generated bus or helicopter tours of circle sites, walking tours, t-shirts, shops, book sales, etc. SC, that sounds delicious. Shout out the SC, shout out the chat, everybody in chat. 21st century. Since the start of the 21st century, crop formations have increased in size and complexity, with some featuring as many as 2,000 different shapes, and some incorporating complex mathematical and scientific characteristics. The researcher Jeremy Northcote found the crop circles in the UK in 2002 were not spread randomly across the landscape. They tended to appear near roads, areas of medium to dense population. The cultural heritage monument, such as Stonehenge or Avebury, he found that they always appeared in areas that were easily accessed. This suggests strongly that these crop circles were more likely to be caused by intentional human action than by paranormal activity. Another strong indication of the theory is that inhabitants of the zone with the most circles had a historical tendency for making large-scale formations, including stone circles such as Stonehenge, burial mounds such as Silbury Hill, long barrows such as West Kent, Long Barrow, and White Horses and Chalk Hills. Okay, good night, Latina. Thanks for stopping by. In 1991, two self-professed pranksters, Doug Brower and Dave Chorley, made headlines by claiming that it was they who started the phenomenon in 19 tools consisting of a plank of wood, rope, and baseball cap. Fitted with a loop of wire to help them walk a straight lines to prove their case. They made a circle in front of journalists and a alleged seriologist advocate of paranormal explanations of crop circles. Pat Delgado examined the circle and declared it authentic before it was revealed that it was a hoax. Inspired by Australian crop circle accounts from 1966, Brower and Chorley claimed to be responsible for circles made prior to 1987 and for more than 200 crop circles in 1978 to 1991, with 1,000 other circles not being made by them. Writing in Physics World, Richard Taylor, University of Oregon, said that the pictographs they created inspired a second wave of crop artists. Far from fizzling out, crop circles have evolved into an international phenomenon, with hundreds of sophisticated pictographs now appearing annually around the globe. Art and business. After reports of simple circles in 1970s, increasingly complex geometric designs have been created by anonymous artists. Anonymous artists, in some cases, to attract tourists in an area. Since the early 1990s, the UK collective Circle Makers, founded by Rod Dickinson and John Lundberg, and subsequently included by Will Russell and Rob Ivering, has been creating crop circles in the UK around the world as part of It's our practice and also for commercial clients. And Led Zeppelin box seat. That was released on 7 December 1990 along the remasters of the first boxed seat as well as the second box seat. All feature an image of crop circle that appeared in Eastfield in Alton, Burns, and Wiltshire. On the night of 11 through 12th July 1992, a crop circle making completion with a prize of £3,000, funded in part by Arthur Coister Foundation, was held in Berkshire. The winning entry was produced by 3 Westland helicopters engineers using rope, PVC pipe, a plank string, a telescope device, and 2 step ladders, according to Rupert Sheldrake, and the competition was organized by him and John Michel, and co-sponsor of the Guardian of the Meteorologists. The prize money came from PM of German magazine. Sheldrake wrote that the experiment was conclusive. Human could indeed make features of the state of the art crop formations at the time. 11 of the 12 teams made more or less impressive formations that followed the set design, and I think that there are crop circles from aliens or some kind of being like that, and then you'll have some type of people making up stuff too. In 2002, Discovery Channel commissioned 5 aeronautics and astronautics graduate students from MIT to create crop circles of their own, aiming to duplicate some of the features claimed to distinguish real crop circles from the known fakes, such as those created by Brower and Chorley. The creation of the circle was recorded by the used in the Discovery Channel documentary Crop Circles Mysteries in the Fields. In 2009, Guardian reported that the crop circle activity had been waning around Wilshire, in part because the makers preferred creating a prototypical crop circles for companies that paid well for their efforts. A video sequence used connection with the opening of the 2012 Summer Olympics in London showed the crop circles in the shape of the Olympic rings. Another Olympic crop circle was visible passengers landing at a nearby Heathrow airport before and during the games. A 7-acre, 2.8-acre crop circle depicting the emblem of the Star Wars Rebel Alliance was created in California in December 2017 by a father and his 11-year-old son as a spaceport for X-Wing fighters. Yeah, real crop circles are unique. Okay, Stranded, God bless you and good night. Thanks for coming. continuing now. So, legal implications. In 1992, Garber Takacs and Robert Dalus, both then aged 17, were first people to face legal action after creating a crop circle. Takacs and Dalus are the St. Stephen Agricultural Technicum, a high school in Hungary specializing in agriculture, creating a 36-meter diameter crop circle in wheat field near Székesfehérvár, 43 miles southwest of Budapest. And I want to say, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. The next stream of this will be next Friday. I'll take off the Thanksgiving. But I want all of y'all to I wish all of you happy Thanksgiving, of course. In June 8, 1992, in September, the pair appeared on Hungarian TV and exposed the circle as a hoax, showing photos of the field before and after the circle was made. As a result, Aaron Kalsa's company, the owners of